28th, we're going to be at the one on Hope Mills, which is located at 3030 North Main Street. On Wednesday, the 29th, we're going to go back to the one on Ramsey. On Thursday, the 30th, we're going to be on the one on Rayford Road, located at 7701 Rayford Road. And then that Friday, we're going to finish it up back at the one on Ramsey Street. So basically what we're doing is we're collecting new unwrapped toys for children. Like I said, this is a kind of like a sister to our Shop at the Sheriff program. So any toys that we collect during that week, we're going to pile up into two different sections. One of them is going to go to the Fayetteville Urban Ministry, and the other one's going to go to the Salvation Army Angel Tree. Excuse me. Any monetary donations that we get, that's going to go to our Shop at the Sheriff program.
Well, talk about that a little bit again, because people sometimes don't understand the mechanics of it. When you get money that comes in, how is that used, and how do you put that together?
So basically, we get one family per elementary school. What that means is each social worker from the elementary school is going to give us the name of a family that they see that they might be in need for Christmas. So we vet those families. We make sure we go and do an interview with them, make sure that they do need the help and they do want the help, actually. And if that's the case, we take the children out to the Walmart on Ramsey Street, and we take them shopping. We concentrate on items that they need, such as clothes, hygiene items, school supplies. Then if we have money left over, we go ahead and take them to the toy aisle so they can get a toy.
Yeah, and, that's always a big part of this, Mickey. I got you up on camera as well here right now. You guys, you're no strangers to trying to do these types of things for our community, and the sheriff is real supportive of that as well.
Yes, sir. That's the biggest thing, is giving back to the community. There's always somebody in need. Whenever somebody calls 911, we're not, everybody always associates us, well, if they come out, they're coming to take us to jail. At the end of the day, we've got a job to do, but if we can help somebody and leave them in a better situation that we found them in, that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, and this is a year-round effort by your department and everything. There's always a lot of competition to get on that T-shirt and move up. How are we doing right now in terms of the county actually getting credit for the work that you do all year in terms of fundraising?
I can't remember the exact number right off, but I think we were number 5, and Fayetteville PD was number 6 for Special Olympics on the T-shirt. I don't remember the totals, but I know Fayetteville PD was right behind us. That's why we need you to buy a couple more tickets and get the word out for us and give until it
no
hurts.
speak English. See, okay, how about that?
Mucho dinero,
See,
señor.
There you go.
Well, hey, I'm a staunch supporter of all these different events when they come around, and that, even to the extent that I bought a ticket for the one in August. I've lost the ticket.
We got more for sale.
But that's what he said. Notice he said we have more for sale, but that's okay. And one thing I tell everybody is that, look, if you're going to be involved with this, and even I don't eat meat and that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter. You make a donation for the Special Olympics, and then you don't lose sight of where your money is going and how it helps this community.
That's right.
Lieutenant Sanchez, do you get a chance to see some of the kids during the shopping with the sheriff? And what's the one? Is this Christmas in July? What's it called?
Well, this one that's coming up is 5 Days of Christmas in July. But for our Shop with the Sheriff program, we actually get to see each and every single kid. So it's an amazing program. It fills my heart every time we do it, because we can see it on the children's face, how they appreciate the fact that we're giving back to the community. They're actually getting something from us. I always talk a little bit about myself, me coming from a third world country. I'm from Colombia, and growing up, we didn't have that, obviously. I didn't have my first Christmas gift until I was like 10 years old or something like that, because of, my parents didn't have that capacity of giving us something. And for me to come to this country, and when I joined the sheriff's office, and I noticed that, community policing, they did this for the community. It was, I was all in there. I was 100% in. So for me to be able to give back to the community is huge.
Yeah, you see the Salvation Army, and a lot of us, the Christmas tree angels that they have and things like that. And we never lose sight of the fact that the giving connects to one person. And just like you said, Lieutenant Sanchez, you're 10 years old, you're getting your first Christmas present. There's some kids, in this country.
Yes.
That don't get. You don't have to be from Colombia or Nicaragua or someplace else to experience poverty and not having things. And so when you talk about taking kids around to get them some clothes and everything, that's like, but when you get them to get a little toy, that's special as well. Mickey, you've been doing this for some time. You something stick out to you in terms of seeing an experience that just really touched your heart?
So the biggest thing is like LT was saying, the same thing as you, is just the kids that don't have it to be able to just, it's the little things that a lot of adults and, people that are more fortunate just take for granted. So something little to them that even a $15, $20 toy, as LT says, is each family, you go out and when you think Christmas, it's always toys or something nice, versus some of the kids, it's, some clothes, some personal hygiene products and stuff like that, where stuff that we just go every day and take for granted and just pick it up nice. $8 or $10 will be good.
So how many kids do you think you're going to be able to help with the Christmas?
Last year we helped, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember the numbers correctly, 153 kids. And if once you come down to it and do the math, that's not only a lot of kids, but that's a lot of money. And for us to come up with the resources for that program is not easy. But it's a challenge that we're definitely, willing to do.
How much are you trying to have to spend on each kid?
We're going to try to do this year $300 per kid.
Well, you can get $300 can get you some pretty good stuff.
Yes, sir.
It's not something that's going to be a big pile, but $300 and you go to, where do you guys you do this at Walmart?
We always do it at the Walmart on Ramsey Street. Yes,
right.
Sir.
So you're able to get in there and do your thing. Look, I remember even all the way back to Moose Butler. Going out and just seeing his face, knowing that you're able to do this. COVID really changed it a lot. And I wasn't sure. That was with Ennis. Ennis was sheriff in the 2019 or 2020.
Yes, sir.
And
right.
So you had to kind of modify because, the way it used to work out, the deputies would go in, you have a bunch of kids there, and you get your shopping cart and you go. And I remember doing stories and we're walking around and you could see the interaction between the law enforcement officer and the children and the family.
Right.
It's just amazing. Are we back to that in terms of how you do this, or how's it work now?
We are. We're not back to that. The fact that, like you said, we used to bring the families all at once. That first weekend in December, it was great. It was chaos, but it was organized chaos. It was awesome to see everybody there at the same time. But since COVID, we started doing one family at a time. And we found out that way, my unit, the community policing unit, we get to spend more time with each and every kid. So the sheriff okayed for us to go ahead and keep doing it that way.
Well, you got to have ways to interact, as you mentioned, Mickey, other than you're under arrest, you have the right to remain silent. That can't be the first interaction that someone has with law enforcement. So you started off young. What's the age range of the kids that you help?
As long as they're in school. So from elementary school all the way up to high school.
Well, okay, that's good. I don't like it when the high school kids come Halloween with a bag and trying to get some candy for the kids. But I get it. I understand where you're coming from because I know where you've been. All right, anything else you want to leave here, Mickey, before I give you the boot? I'd be kicking people out of here, man. Anything you want to share?
I'll make sure I'll bring something next time to sell you. You and Kenny, I won't forget
Nice.
Kenny.
Thank you.
Kenny, load up the wallet, man.
I'll make it the 15th. You can't come back to the 15th.
Let's go back to the 15th. All right, well, look, we appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for sharing that. And good luck with you. Bring Lieutenant Sanchez back here. He's a nice guy. I like him.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, sir. He's better than anybody else you brought here. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll make a deal with you. I won't sell you anything next time if you let me bring LT back.
Mickey.
MOUSC. Okay. Yeah, that's the deal.
Okay. You got something to sell.
Yeah. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to have it.
That's okay. Look, Bree, come in here. You take cards and all that stuff. We're out here to help the community. All right, you're listening to News Talk. Hey, look, both of you guys have a good weekend, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. Right now, my screen is gone blank. And you want weather?
Sure, let's inform the people. We got some rocky stuff coming in, maybe.
Yeah. CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsey.
Friday will be partly cloudy with spotty afternoon and evening storms with a high of 93. Tonight, the thunderstorms will end, then turn partly cloudy with a low of 74. Saturday will be partly cloudy with gusty storms late in the day and a high of 95. And Sunday will be partly cloudy with more afternoon storms and a high of 96. While we could have some strong storms this weekend, the main story is triple-digit heat next week. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunzing.
Rachel, thank you so much. I was practicing my Spanish here with Lieutenant Sanchez. He's looking like, dang.
Muy caliente.
That's right. Hey, right now we got 79 degrees right here, Fort Bragg, Fayetteville. Hasta ay Dios mío, se acabó. We'll see you later.
Bun level.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
I'm Charles Evans, candidate for Cumberland County Commissioner at Large. As your public servant, it will be my responsibility to work for the betterment of our community for each citizen.